Hi everyone, welcome to the next short attention span webinar. Once again, we've got Kelly Malazzi right over there. Hi Kelly.
Hey. Hi.
I really hope you're right over there because you could be over there. I can't see you, but I know we are recording these videos and we're trying to improve every week, so bear with us. In any event, Kelly, today let's talk about the purpose of my call. Here's the scenario, Kelly. You're trying to prepare your sales call. You're trying to figure out, what do I leave in a voicemail? I need to get an appointment. So this webinar is about helping to complete this sentence. So we've got 4 scenarios. Kelly, why is this a bad idea? Why is this first one a bad idea?
Well, saying I want to find out who buys your print is there's no better way to set yourself up as a commodity as you're just the same as everybody else. 10 other people called today and said the exact same thing. So it's really a very old school way to do it. A lot of people still do it, but it's weak. It doesn't tell them anything about you, and it just lumps you in with everybody else. Oh, you must be a business card printer,
Right.
and I don't need business cards. So it just sets up a lot of bad preconceived notions.
Oh yeah, and it walks the customer right down the price alley.
Right.
Right? And if you backtrack what happened when the client said, your price is too high, it probably started here.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes for whatever you're selling: signage, mailing, marketing service providers, packaging, labels, you name it. That's not the way to do it. This is a good way to do it. So if you've got some experience in that vertical, you can say to them, oh, Kelly, you know what? You're a banker. Well, let me tell you what I've done for another bank.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good way to approach it. Does it have to be an identical market, identical company? No, but there should be some similarity. And this could be, size or region, or I've helped other companies that also are just launched a product.
Right.
And the way to do it, Kelly, is in story form. Why? Why is that attractive?
Well, it's just people that type of conversation makes sense to people. It's easy for them to hear and they can immediately relate to it. So an even better scenario, I think, in that particular in your list there, the second one, I think I call it the prestige sale. So if, for example, you've done some work with somebody that's a name recognition. So I've worked with Best Buy. Everybody can immediately connect to Best Buy. Now that has pluses and minuses too. They may think, oh, they're so big and they must be really expensive if they do work with those kinds of companies. But again, everyone can relate to a story and they can put themselves in that situation and say, okay, this makes sense. I understand it. It's just simple for people.
And I think it works especially with things like digital and variable data printing. Here's the before. This is what they were doing. And these were their concerns and their challenges. And here are the suggestions that we made. And here's the output. And here's the result. That's the story. So we've got bad, good, better, and best. Kelly, why is this best? The purpose of my call is to talk to you about something I learned while researching your company. What makes this our favorite?
Well, number one, it's a great differentiator. So you're basically saying to this person, I have already done some work for you. I'm paying attention. I'm engaged in what you're doing. So I'm more concerned with what's happening on your end of things than I am on telling you about my iron or telling you about me and myself and my company. So you're saying, I understand that this is coming up or this is happening. And then again, you can kind of incorporate those other 2 issues, those other 2 items of, and now I can tell you a story, and let me tell you, something that relates to this. But again, it's a great differentiator. You've done your homework, you're engaged, and you're different from everybody else.
And it's the single most important thing that you can learn when you're selling anything these days, something about the client prior to picking up the phone. The research that can be done through their website, through Google, through LinkedIn, periodicals, you name it, is going to make all the difference. As you said, that's the key word. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. We talked about being different and differentiating. So, all right, Kelly, well, listen, there's a quick start to our short attention span webinar recording sessions. Great job. And we'll talk to you all. Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, there we go. And we'll talk to you all next week on another short attention span webinar.